Okay, welcome back to the operator. We are a new operator working for the FDI, and we help agents do all their thinking for them and basically do their entire jobs. All well, we have supervisors that say, keep it up and make a lot more money than us. We have been now assisted by this legendary hacker, the greatest hacker in the world, Hal. And it seems like there's something fishy going on with some of these cases that we're delving into. So we'll see. I actually had to leave the game running since last time because I couldn't really find a way to like save and quit. And I looked on the Steam forums, and apparently there isn't a way. There are just certain points where there are checkpoints, and that's it. And if you close it out before then, you have to redo up to, from wherever your last checkpoint was. So I just left it open. But all right, let's answer Mike Trench's call. He's been on hold for about, I don't know, 15 hours now.
Operator Tanner, can I have a word?
Of course.
I see that you've been looking into the database entries for Mia and Sasha Cole. You want to tell me why?
Hal made me do it, sir.
I see. I should have guessed Hal might be involved. This lowlife has been making our lives very difficult lately here at the department. But we're working with our cybersecurity team. We'll catch Hal soon enough. In the meantime, and this is very important, if you hear anything else about the Coles, you come to me right away. Understood?
What's the big deal about him?
Oh, there's no deal, Evan. It's just highly confidential, classified, and way above your pay grade. I'm sure you understand.
I understand, Director Trench.
I'll talk to you later.
They shouldn't have done that, Evan. Lucky for you, you held up your end of the agreement by looking into Mia's fire. You don't scare me, Hal. Uh-huh, yeah. Barry Walker, attorney at law.
So who the hell am I talking to this time?
Still Operator Tanner.
The same operator Tanner from before?
Yep.
Good. You haven't been fired. I was afraid I'd have to explain this goddamn case all over again. I went back to where Connie said she took the photo in the desert. You remember, right? Where she said this, flying saucer supposedly landed. I didn't find a flying saucer or any aliens breathing their last wheezy breaths or anything like that. But I did find something else.
Something disturbing?
You could say that. You could definitely say that. I found stones. A bunch of stones lying there on the surface of the sand. I'm no geologist, but they look funny to me. Like they'd been moved. Put there for a reason, you know? So, I call it in. Because I'm sure as hell not gonna dig myself, Tanner. Not in this suit. A team arrives an hour later, and they start digging. Sure enough, under one of the stones, they find a body. Advanced state of decomp. They dig under another stone. And lo and behold, this time they find an entire skeleton. Turns out, we're standing on some sort of desert graveyard.
How many corpses are out there?
Hard to say, but I counted more than 100 stones. If they're all grave markers, well, I'll let you do the math.
They found a body and a skeleton.
Yeah, messed up, right? And judging by the size of the skeleton, it belonged to someone young, Tanner. Real young. Look, I won't beat around the bush. The medical examiner has finished a preliminary report on the skeleton, and they found what they believe is a photo of the victim in the sand, buried there by the bones. Never seen that before. Any chance you can take a look at all this and get me an ID, Tanner?
Consider it done.
Let me send you the files. Well, it's taken a while. Hard to access the satellite out here in Roswell. Dryfield. Okay. Looks like it went through. About goddamn time.
Okay. There's a photo. Some sort of laboratory. Back. Welcome to the facility, Gabby. You're in goods? You're in God? It definitely says you are in Good's hands now. Sincerely, Dr. Okay, it says good hands, but that's an S. Unmistakable. Dr. Jenkins, huh? Henry Jenkins. Do not have clearance.
The skeleton appears to be female, estimated at 9 years of age. Starting the examination now. Initial observations show well-preserved and intact bones. No visible signs of trauma or damage. The subject is missing her left incisor. The rest of the dentition looks good. No decay or disease is present. Moving on. Here's something interesting. One of the metacarpal bones on her left hand, the metacarpal 3, has a slight curvature. You don't see that a lot. So, to summarize, the subject appears to have been a female, approximately 9 years of age, with a missing left incisor tooth and a slight curvature in the metacarpal 3 in her left hand. Based on the level of decomposition, the body appears to have been buried for approximately 6 to 8 months. Further testing and analysis is needed to determine the cause of death.
Okay. Well, I mean, well, okay, so it's a skeleton and a body, so I guess they probably want... No.
Jenkins. That name rings a bell, operator. Check the other cases for anything possibly related to him. Maybe there's a clue in there tied to the girl.
Check the other cases. Why would it possibly be related? No. Definitely not. No, definitely not. No, it's not gonna be in there. Check the other cases. Why would it be... There's someone named Gabby? Gabby Bruce? Gabby Mills? Okay. We've maybe got something here. Let's look up Gabby Bruce. Ah, a match. This metacarpal bone has an abnormal growth. Age 9. This is the body. Her name is Gabby Bruce.
How did you find this, Tanner?
Her name's on a list from another case, like Connie.
Just when you think this case can't get any weirder, that's exactly what it does. But I need concrete proof it's her. Got anything else in your bag of tricks?
Well, there's the metacarpal bone. Gabby also has an unusual bone growth.
I'll be damned. 9 years old, Tanner. Breaks your goddamn heart. What the hell is going on out here? And what's a connection to Connie? Okay, the examiner has just finished processing the second body I was telling you about. The one in the advanced state of decay. Let's see here. Adult male, early 60s. Ah, they got an ID on him. Quentin Spence. Want to see if that name is on your magical list too?
I guess. Quentin? Sure is. Yep.
So there's definitely a link. I see some of the names have been crossed out. Can you figure out what that business means?
What does crossed out mean? Okay. Well, I assume it means they're dead. It's a good question of, Yep. Cross out means person's missing. Oh,
Must
okay.
be about 100 names like that. That number matches the stones. God damn. And if I was a gambling man, I'd say the circled persons are still alive. Like our Connie. There's something else about Spence, Tanner.
What's that?
They found him buried in a lab coat with some, you're never gonna guess, floppy disk sewn into one of the pockets. Remember what I said about this case getting weirder and weirder? Now the second disk password protected. Open that second floppy disk and give me an address tied to Spence. Something I can look into. I'm getting a little restless with you doing all the work. The operator program. Oh, I'm sending everything your way.
Well, I mean, you called me, asshole.
There you go.
Oh, boy.
Autopsy report of a male, approximately late 50s, early 60s. Initial observations show no sign of trauma or blunt force injury, similar to the first remains found. The decedent appears to be wearing some kind of lab coat. Starting the external examination now. Excellent dentition. The decedent is wearing some kind of badge. Let me put this to the side. Abdomen seems healthy, with no signs of trauma or injuries. The lab coat seems to contain a hidden pocket. There's something inside. It's sewn shut. I'll open this with my scalpel. There. There appear to be 2 floppy disks inside the pocket. Strange. In my estimate, the body has been buried for approximately 2 to 3 months, based on the level of decomposition. At this point, the cause of death is uncertain. Further testing and analysis is needed, including toxicology reports, before I can provide a conclusive determination.
So the police that discovered the body didn't realize there were floppy disks in a pocket of his lab coat? God damn, no wonder they need the operator program. Alright. Quentin Spence, head of operations. BM Technologies. Okay. Floppy disk, R&D 1, Dr. Spence. Yep. 2, FMP 1138, key lock, res 2. Well, let's read 1. Upon my arrival at the Bio-M facility, I was warmly greeted by Dr. Jenkins himself. How fortunate I am to work with such a passionate and talented scientist, even if in a subsidiary role. During our meeting, Dr. Jenkins explained that I would be heading up a trial involving FMP 1138, a key component of his research project. Although he did not disclose much, I have the impression that the project is shrouded in secrecy. It appears to be of great importance. The trials, which are scheduled to commence in a few days, once I am well versed with the subjects and the procedures are in place. Dr. Ills, the facility director, informs me our work has the potential to significantly enhance the well-being of the patients who have been selected specifically for our research. The entire facility itself has been constructed for this purpose alone. Although I am unaware of the project's source of funding, there appears to be no shortage of resources. I am truly optimistic our research will make a profound difference and push the boundaries of scientific knowledge. Okay, FMB 1138. The AMPA receptor is a crucial component of excitatory synaptic transmission and plasticity in the brain. As a glutamate-gated ion channel, it mediates fast synaptic transmission and contributes to synaptic plasticity by modulating the strength of synaptic connections between neurons. Dysfunction of AMPA receptors has been implicated in various neurological and psychiatric disorders, including Alzheimer's disease, depression, and schizophrenia. Selective AMPA receptor potentiators represent a promising class of compounds for the treatment of these disorders, as they enhance AMPA receptor function and improve synaptic plasticity. FMP 1138 is a novel selective AMPA receptor potentiator that has shown promising results in preclinical studies. It has been demonstrated to enhance AMPA receptor mediated synaptic transmission and improve synaptic plasticity in vitro and in vivo. In this study, we sought to explore the potential therapeutic effects of FMP 1138 on neuronal connectivity. Specifically, we aim to investigate whether FMP 1138 could enhance synaptic connectivity and promote the formation of new synapses in vitro and in vivo. To accomplish this, we used a combination of electrophysiological, imaging, and behavioral assays to assess the effects of FMP 1138 on neuronal function and connectivity. Our results demonstrate that FMP 1138 enhances synaptic connectivity and promotes the formation of new synapses in vitro and in vivo. Specifically, we observed that FMP 1138 increased the frequency and amplitude of excitatory postsynaptic currents in cultured neurons, indicating enhancement of synaptic transmission. Furthermore, we found that FMP 1138 promoted the formation of new synapses in cultured neurons, as evidenced by an increase in the number of dendritic spines, the sites of synaptic contacts on neurons. To unlock the full potential, 66.72 kHz minimum, 105 kHz maximum. In vivo, we found that FMP 1138 improved cognitive function in a mouse model with Alzheimer's. Specifically, we observed that FMP 1138 treated mice performed better in a spatial memory task compared to control mice. Additionally, we found that FMP 1138 treated mice had increased dendritic spine density in the hippocampus, a brain region critical for learning and memory. Taken together, our findings suggest that FMP 1138 represents a promising therapeutic agent for the treatment of neurological and psychiatric disorders characterized by impaired neuronal connectivity and plasticity. Further preclinical and clinical studies are warranted to evaluate the safety and efficacy of FMP 1138 in humans. Alright, so it's a chemical designed to bolster the connections between synapses in order to aid Alzheimer's and schizophrenia and depression and stuff. You know, classic brain futzing. "98 subjects. Frequency range 500 Hz to 99 kHz. The results demonstrate that FMP 1138 significantly increased the frequency and amplitude of EPSCs, indicating an enhancement of synaptic transmission. These findings suggest that FMP 1138 has the potential to improve neuronal connectivity and plasticity, which could have implications for the treatment of neurological and psychiatric disorders characterized by synaptic dysfunction." The graph displays the results of a study investigating the effects of FMP 1138 on synaptic connectivity in vitro. The study aimed to explore whether FMP 1138 could enhance synaptic transmission and promote the formation of new synapses. The graph shows the mean frequency and amplitude of excitatory postsynaptic currents in cultured neurons under controlled conditions and after treatment with FMP 1138. The results demonstrate that FMP 1138 significantly increased the frequency and amplitude of EPSCs, indicating an enhancement of synaptic transmission. These findings suggest that FMP 1138 has the potential to improve neuronal connectivity and plasticity. Whoa, look at that bump in brain shit. Need a password. Right. So... I don't think we're gonna... I think it's a frequency, right? Unlock the full potential 66.72 minimum, 105 kilohertz maximum. You think I have to load up, like, the fucking... this thing? No, that wouldn't make any sense. Right? Hmm. Um... Because, I mean, what would I... How do I get the ChemScan LCA software? Where the hell's that? I just have the data report one. But I mean, it's the only thing that mentions, like, kilohertz and stuff. But I don't think I can do any of this without the CCVT and the pH. I mean, what would I even be analyzing here? Yeah, doesn't make any sense. So, well, wait a minute. This said result 2. No. No, stop it. There's this lock here, right? So it's gotta be something there. Ills use Endian. Block. Unlock the full potential 66.72 kilohertz minimum, 105 kilohertz maximum. Gotta be related, right? See, that kind of lines up. To unlock the full potential, 66.72 kilohertz minimum. Maybe there's a software or something. I don't
Now
want.
that you found the password by combining the two files, you should be able to open the second floppy disk, operator.
That's. Oh, like actually like laying them on top one of one another. No, that wouldn't make any sense. That's not how that works. I like the hints, just like, yeah, you already know the answer. Good job, bro. There's no way that's like you're not gonna. That's not it. That's just not it. Because it's like that. Just that's gibberish. We're on to something here. Is it a number? By combining the two files. What does that mean exactly? I mean, I do think like this is gibberish. And this is kind of gibberish. They kind of correlate to what's being discussed in their respective file. I mean, Dr. Isles in this result paper, I'll use the Little Endian standard. Isles use Endian. But the way that it's formatted suggests that it's just like just part of a sentence, right? Like it's like Endian's on a different line. But I don't know where you'd slot this in to where it would make any sense with the other sentence. I really have no idea. This is utterly perplexing. This game's been like a visual novel up to this point, and now it's just like, what the fuck do you want from me here? Yeah, there's just no way. It doesn't line up to anything. To unlock the files, there! Use 105 Endian. We got it. It's gotta be it. 105 Endian. Oh! I got it. I just didn't line it up properly. If you are reading this, it means I am no longer living and that I have been buried in the dry field desert like the other subjects. I implore you, whoever you are, to share my story with anyone who can make things right. My name is Quentin Spence. I was head of operations at the BioM facility. I am writing this letter because I am about to resign from a job that one cannot simply resign from. As per protocol, I will most likely be sent to the desert burial site with all my belongings. I deserve this punishment. I am sick. So sick of everything that we have done, supposedly in the name of science. If you have found me, then I'm assuming you have found the others too. Every person buried here in the sand is a Project Eve test subject. Eve was led by Dr. Henry Jenkins. I'm not trying to shift the blame onto him. I bear my share of responsibility in this matter. While our intentions were noble, at least in the beginning, I now see that we went too far, and I am ready and willing to face whatever punishment awaits me in the next world. You have found this document, but perhaps the contents of my lab coat pocket remain undiscovered. Perhaps they could not crack the password necessary to open the floppy disk. Maybe they assumed the floppy disk contained only my research papers. Regardless, what truly matters now is you. You have the power to stop this. Bio-M Facility, 22 East Border Street, Bedford, Nevada. Please do not be as cowardly as I was, Quentin. Why wouldn't he just tell me about Project Eve? Yeah, go get yourself killed, Barry. Spence worked at the Bio-M Facility. It's here.
Don't let it go to your operator head, but that was actually somewhat impressive, Tanner. The address you sent, it's not far from here. I'll check it out first thing in the morning. Tonight, I think I'll help the team exhume the rest of these bodies. Screw the suit. God help us, Tanner. God help every single one of us.
Take care of yourself, Agent Walker. Power off. See, it's one of those puzzles where instead of feeling like, yeah, I did it, I feel smart. It's like I feel fucking dumb that it took me that long. That's not good. I just feel miserable with myself.
Look, you need to do something about it. He's poking around, asking too many questions. He's going to expose us all if you don't rein him in. Yes, his shift is over. Yes. All right. Yeah, fine. We'll talk later. Bye.
Am I like blind if I'm not in front of a computer screen or something? I mean, obviously they just didn't want to render any of the graphics or whatever, but it's like... it's a unique effect. Kind of a strange sounding cat, I think. But I have a strange sounding cat, so who am I to judge? Evan's apartment. 6 a.m. This dude just has no life, man. Why is he getting up at 6 a.m.? He starts at 7:25? Crazy. Makes me tired just thinking about it. All right. Another wonderful day.
Good morning, Evan.
Director Trench, good morning.
Look, about yesterday, this business with the coal files. Sorry if I came down on you a little hard, buddy. It's just that I know you have what it takes to rise in this place, Evan. Become a supervisor. Hell, maybe even replace me one day. But I can't protect you if you start poking around in the wrong places. Okay?
I understand.
Thanks. Guess the FDI's got me wound a little tight these days. Well, I I'd better get back to it. You have a good one. All right? Again, I can't tell you how happy I am to have you here at the operator program, Evan. That way, I can keep a close eye on you, can't I?
Any news on the Hal front?
We're close to finding Hal. Real close. You won't ever have to worry about Hal again. Let's grab a beer later this week, all right? Once everything calms down in the madhouse.
Have a good one, Director Trench. Why would I mention his wife?
Operator Tanner, that you?
Still me, Agent Walker.
Tanner, did you give that address out to anybody?
No, of course not.
Well, somebody beat me to the facility, Tanner.
What happened?
The BioM facility burned down last night, Tanner.
Wow.
In flames. And if you didn't give the address out, someone else did.
Gotta be a multi-million-dollar facility.
A goddamn operator program.
What do we do now?
Well, an investigative team came before me and logged the remaining evidence back at the department. But I can't access it directly. I'll have to go through the operator program. Heaven on earth, Tanner. Heaven on earth. From what I can tell, there should be some security footage there that should shed some light on what happened here. Hopefully, it won't be too hard to prove this was arson.
Right. Entrance. Generic bald-headed goon. Well, he went in with a big case and he left without a case. Who dis? No match, huh? But he sure looks like this guy, huh? Fucking Agent 47 or something here. A jerry can. Man entered with gasoline.
Yeah, that's not a box of wine, is it? Can you get an ID on this guy?
No match in the DB.
Would have been too easy, huh? I'd like to get in the facility. Take a look around. Good Lord willing, the roof won't collapse on me. But I need a code for the door. You see where I'm going with this, Tanner?
How'd the first responders get in?
Yeah, that's fishy, isn't it? So fishy, it goddamn stinks. Unfortunately, I don't have access to the team members. But from what I can tell, the order came from higher up.
I'll find the code for you, Agent. Well. Finding the code, huh? We're not gonna see him. I mean, it was like a 1-digit code. Okay, let's think about how we would maybe get this. I mean, if it's not like zooming in when he's punching it in, how else would we possibly get it? There we go. Enhance. Really? 0, 1. Looks like an 8. 4, 4, 8, 5.
Let me see if this works. All right, I'm in. Damn it! The smoke in here will ruin this suit too. That's 2 suits in 2 days. Tanner! Well, let me see if I can find something useful. Something that the investigative team left behind. Sure as hell won't be easy,
Why do you say that?
because this place is just about burnt to a crisp. I don't know what went on here, but if you ask me, it's a pretty elaborate security system for a medical facility.
Something else I can do?
While I look around, maybe you could dig more into our little arsonist friend.
What exactly am I looking for?
Anything that you can find, Tanner. I look picky to you. An ID. A link to another case. His favorite flavor of ice cream. Just give me something, all right?
Right. Well. Boom, baby. It's also a suspect in a shooting.
Charming fellow. Who's the lead on the other investigation?
Agent Alexandra Pendle.
Ouch. Tough draw for the rook. Hold on. Looks like I found something. What the?
Connie
See what I'm
Moore.
seeing, Tanner? Looks like our gal, Connie Moore, was a bio-impatient.
Yeah, they all were. How is that possible?
Beats me. Passed her polygraph with flying colors. She told us the truth. Her truth, anyway.
Any records on Connie?
Nope. Looks like either the first responders took that info with them or it burned in the fire.
What do we do now?
Contact Skinner to update Pendle on her parking garage killer. I'm sure she'll be thrilled. I'll keep looking around here. The world's biggest ashtray. Tell me if you find out anything new about our pyro head, Tanner. And I'll contact you if I come across something on my charred end over here.
Sure thing, Agent. Wait! What do you want now, Hal? Don't contact Pendle. Why not? Agent Walker, though really grumpy, is right. There's a mole in the operator program. A hairy, stinking little mole. Who do you think it is? I don't know, but I have a plan to find out. A plan that will expose our mole and bring out the ghost. A 2-for-1 Hal special. The ghost. That's what I'm calling the guy who doesn't appear in your databases. Good name, don't you think? He murdered Wells and set fire to the BioM facility. I'm pretty sure he killed Mia Cole, too. Tell me the plan. So Walker told you that a team came and logged evidence from the facility. It's now at the FBI. But some of it's been concealed. I can see that from here. Just like the name on Jenkins' list. The evidence room is behind a closed network that, unfortunately, I can't hack into. What do we do then? If we can sneak into the evidence room and access its computer, we can make the hidden evidence visible again. And if we share that information, it will catch the attention of our mole and trigger him or her to contact the ghost. That's phase 1. What's phase 2? Phase 2 is setting the trap for the ghost with agents Pendle and Walker. But I'll talk more about that later. I can't get into the evidence room. Not yet you can't, but just give me a second. Okay. I've hacked the accreditation server, giving you access permission. It's go time, Evan. What, so I just use my badge? You just use your badge. Now, chop chop, Evan. This better be worth it. Yeah, there's not really any option to just not work with the criminal hacker and just report him all the time. So you gotta just play the novel. But surely my supervisor is monitoring my shit, right? So he saw Walker tell me to contact Skinner, and then I just didn't contact Skinner. So seems like kind of easy to bust me. Ah, FDI Evidence OS. It's got its own operating system. Incredible. Authenticate. Authentication succeed. Of course. Accreditation level 2. Can list other cases, false. Can list agent cases, false. Can list history, false. As edit rights, false. It's not really good. Forbidden access. Is it you? Yeah, it's me, Hal. Your badge worked. If you can access this computer, can't you make the evidence visible? I can't access everything. Help menu, as boring as it is, was the only thing that loaded from the global FDI network. You'll have to access the files and look for the hidden evidence on your end. You'll have to work a little, Evan. Sorry. I don't see the files anywhere. Oh, whoops. I forgot to do something on my end, actually. Just a sec. Okay, just updated your credentials. You should be able to see the files now. Look in the hidden column and see if you can find any evidence from the facility case that you can make visible again. Then come back here once you've done that. Okay? Alright. Okay, a hard drive. Boom, baby. Evidence is visible again. Exclamation point. I've just had an idea. The list on Henry Jenkins. Don't you think it's time we finally discover the name that's been redacted? I mean, it's sort of driving me crazy. Find the appropriate case file and see if you can revert it to the uncensored version. Then come back here. You know, H for Hal. Right. Okay, so current version. Boom. So I can't actually read it. But that's alright. I love that sound. It's like you've won at the evidence room or something. Alright, log out and head back to your desk. But act natural, Evan. I feel like we should do sometime. I haven't really played much of it, but we should do Hacknet sometime. That would probably be pretty cool. That involves like a lot more like typing and stuff, which I think is like the coolest part of this game. Like stuff like we just did. So Hacknet's all about that. Uh-huh. What took you so long? You said act natural. Not that natural, Evan. So, the evidence from the facility case that you just made visible. Let's see what we have there, shall we? Drive looks a little damaged. Probably from the fire. But I wouldn't be surprised if they tampered with it, too. Looks like it's going to take some time to recover the files. In the meantime, check out Jenkins' list and see what name they redacted. Kind of nervous. How am I supposed to remember which name was redacted? Or was it Sasha Cole? Sasha Cole. Still alive. His husband, and his name is Circle. That means... Means what, Hal? If what Agent Walker said about the circled names is true, then Sasha Cole is still alive. Does he know about Mia and the baby? I hope not. Anyway, the hard drive has recovered some of its files. That's fortunate. Look, there's a file for Sasha Cole and Connie Moore. Both are password protected. Let's focus on Connie's folder first. See if you can find a way in. Sorry, Evan. You're gonna have to work a little more. Password for Connie Moore. Please stop. From IT at BM Technologies to H. Jenkins. Security risk. Sir, we've noticed that you used your badge ID as your password. We recognize the convenience of this, but in the interest of preventing security breaches, we strongly encourage you to adopt another. Even though your password has more than 4 characters, it's still not secure enough. Okay, let's see if Connie did the same thing then. Shit. Well, hers is fucking unrecognizable. Well, that's not her badge. It's her patient IT. She wouldn't... Why does she have a password at all, I suppose? Oh, right, but this is his... Okay, yeah. So it's, Jenkins' badge ID. Boom, baby. We're in. It was Jenkins' badge number. Older people and their passwords. Anyway, nice work. Now, let's finish setting the trap. I'm guessing there's something in Connie's file we can use to trigger the mole and lure the ghost out from whatever hole he's hiding in. Piece of information. An address, maybe. Something. Okay. Top secret, Project Eve, Connie Moore. End of operations ETA, March 5th. Connie was spotted by the disposal team near DFBD site around 11:35 a.m. and apprehended around 11:50 a.m. She'll be used as a subject for the Mark 6 prototype, which should arrive from the lab tomorrow. Seed abduction and interrogation by extraterrestrials. Remove memory of encountering burial site on her hike. Her memory of the events leading up to this moment. Other recent claims of alien abduction and dry field. Subject's inherent belief and interest in supernatural. Okay, so they fucked with her brain and made her think that, she got abducted. So, really, they planted that image in her camera of a UFO and they didn't change the date on it? Idiots. Right, so she stumbled onto their disposal site, the burial site. They had to grab her and then fuck with her brain. New Mark 6 samples arrive. We'll keep the same dosage as Mark 5 with 3 milligrams per session for 1 or 2 sessions per day, depending on subjects' reactions. After the first session, notice the same side effects as usual. Fever is 30% higher than Mark 5 average, but that was expected. Subject seems very receptive, but given the high fever, only 1 session was undertaken. Fever increased by yet another 10%, only 1 session. Fever starting to decrease at around... ATH. About 48 hours after first injection, matches previous observations of Mark 5. We'll aim for 2 sessions tomorrow. 2 sessions. Fever is stable, although still a bit high compared to Mark 5. Fever decreased a bit, but will probably remain around the same level until the end. Subject is confused, 2 days ahead of schedule compared to Mark 5. Started Phase 2. Subject seems very reactive. Phase 2 is over. Phase 3 is ready to begin, probably tomorrow. We'll need photographic fakes ASAP, waiting for identical weather conditions. Phase 3 begins. We'll focus on the DFBD objective until we have the photography. Subject's perception of the DFBD site is already modified. Rain finally stopped, most likely able to produce photographic fake tomorrow. Finally have photographic efforts. Original photograph has been replaced by ersatz. Subject's memory of the picture is altered. Mark 6 shows at least a 25% efficiency boost versus Mark 5. Objectives are attached to anchors. We're ready for Phase 4. Confusion stopped. Phase 4 begins. Control sessions are fine. Some hesitation, but since anchors are strongly aligned with objectives, appears to be working. Phase 4 is over. Objectives are now deeply rooted. Final injection this morning. Subject is sedated and will remain so until fever stops. Fever stopped. Sedation stopped. Subject will be released into desert this afternoon. Mark 6 is very promising. 30% more efficiency overall, but 40% more fever, which is going to be a problem for the most fragile subjects. We will keep Mark 5 as the standard for now, aiming for Mark 7 to address issues with fever. Send the report to the lab, 442 Wakehurst Avenue. What in the world were they doing to Connie? But this address is perfect. Given the messed up things Jenkins was doing, I'm sure they want to keep this lab a secret. Now what, Hal? Now it's time for Phase 2. We have 2 agents looking for the ghost. Walker and Pendle. Time we put them to use. Let me check something. Okay. Agent Pendle is closer to the lab. Contact her and send the address. Whoever's monitoring communications between the agents and operators will see it. Am I putting Pendle in harm's way? She's a big girl, Evan. And she won't be alone. Go ahead and contact Skinner, so you can contact Pendle. I'll get back to you later.
Yes, Operator Tanner?
I need to contact Agent Pendle, sir.
What is this regarding?
An address linked to the murder of Wells.
All right. I'm forwarding the call, Tanner. But I hope you're not just sending Pendle on some wild goose chase.
Why would you assume that?
Operator Tanner, what can I do for you?
I have footage of Wells' killer committing arson via a case Walker's working.
What? You're kidding. Okay, so our murderer likes to play with fire too, huh? This guy just gets better and better. By any chance, did any clues pop up where we might locate him?
Actually, yes, I got an address linked to Jenkins.
To Jenkins? So it comes full circle, does it? Well, whatever that address is, I'll take it.
Okay.
Nice. So what exactly is this place? If Wells Killer's there, I assume it's not a petting zoo.
I think it's Jenkins' laboratory.
I see. Well, I'm on my way. I'll contact you when I get there. Thanks, Tanner. Maybe now we can finally book this guy.
Be careful, he's dangerous. And we never heard from her again. FBI headquarters, Washington, D.C. 2:55 p.m.
Tanner, I'm at the lab.
What do you see, Agent?
The door was unlocked, actually. It's real weird in here, Tanner. Like everybody suddenly took off. But left all their beeping lab equipment behind. But I don't see any sign of Wells' killer. Looks like a dead... Shit!
Drop the phone. Slide your gun over to me. Slowly. On your knees, Agent Pendle.
You? How do you know my name?
You might want to close your eyes.
You don't want to do this. I'm a federal agent. Agent Walker, FBI! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Move away from her! Now! It's locked! What did you do? Hands up! Turn around! Turn around! Hands on your head! Pendle, you okay? Walker, we have a problem here. What do you do? Open the door now! It's not opening, Walker. Open the door now! Operator, you there?
Talk to me, Agent.
There's a bomb. This bald-headed psycho has trapped me in a room with a bomb. It's my third day. The display says 20 minutes and 21 seconds, and it's ticking down. You gotta help me here.
Just hold on, Agent.
Come right back.
Calling
Understand
Skinner.
me,
The
Tanner?
fuck out of here.
You come right back.
Come on, Skinner's the bull. He's a piece of shit. Look at him. He's wearing glasses.
Yes, Operator Tanner?
We need to defuse a bomb.
Stay calm, Tanner.
Pendle's locked in a room with a bomb.
Okay, let me think. Unfortunately, our more seasoned operators are presently occupied. I'd send a team, but they'd arrive much too late. That means... you'll have to defuse the bomb, Operator.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I'm licensed for that. What do I have to do?
I'm sharing the FDI's bomb defusal manual. You haven't gone through bomb training yet, but we have no choice. What I'm about
Yet.
to tell you is important.
It's an elective.
Do not read the entire manual. You don't have time. Stay calm and follow the instructions.
That sounds like a challenge, huh?
Beginning. Do you understand?
I understand, sir. Okay, let's see. Use of the notepad application strongly advised. Identify bomb archetype. Follow guide to defuse the correct archetype. Please refer to 1.11.12. Okay, multi-mass device. Well, that's not the... Okay, 11.2 archetype identification. Why is that all the way down here? What does the bomb look like?
There are wires, a controller, a battery, a keypad, and, a display, I guess. And operator, make sure you follow the instructions at the beginning. I really don't want to go out like this.
Okay, about the bomb. Tell me about the power. How many wires are there?
The battery has 2 wires, a red and black.
Okay, so it's a single mass device? Well, we should probably confirm that, shouldn't we? Tell me about the power, the voltage. What kind of battery is it?
I don't really know. A single battery pack? I think. Wait, it says
says 9 volts, 0.3 amps, 2,000 milliamps hour.
Okay. Requires a ticking dependent on the voltage of the power model. It's an inverted clock ticking archetype. Alright. Inverted clock device, sure. I need the serial number. About the bomb. Fuck. Tell me about the display. See anything unusual?
Nothing unusual. Wait. There's a switch behind the display. Looks like a power button.
Okay, well, probably don't push that. 23 serial number. Bomb is keyboard and display. It's physical label on the back of the controller mod. Okay. Physical label on the back of the controller. She mentioned a controller. How many buttons are there?
1 for each digit, and an enter and a confirm button. 12 in total.
Okay, that's So I could have sworn she said there was a controller. Yeah, controller. So what's the controller?
There are some wires, a controller, a battery, a keypad, and a display.
No. About the bomb. Tell me about the explosives. No. Power. No. Numpad. No. Display. What kind of display is it?
I know what type it is. The numbers are made of little bars. There's 7 of them. Is that important? We don't have all day, operator.
Shut up.
There are a lot, but I'll try. The power module. It's a battery. Has 2 wires, a red and a black. 2 wires are connected to the explosive, a red and a black one. The display and the numpad have 4 wires each. A red, a black, a green, and a yellow. That's it.
Okay. I want you to enter a code on the numpad. 0000.
It says ABM 186511.
Okay. Well, that doesn't follow patterns, right? So, disconnect all masses, follow procedure 3.1. After that, follow procedure listed on the column disable procedure. Make sure to disconnect power and the explosive modules last. Okay, sure. Disconnect mass. You need to cut all the green wires of each module in such a wire spread, except for the power and explosive modules. Okay, great. So, except for power and explosive. Display and numpad have 4 wires, red, black, green, yellow. Alright, so we're cutting green wires on display and numpad. And display. Cut the green wire.
Please. Oh,
Huh.
Why on God's green earth did you cut that wire, Tanner? You should have made sure more modules were correctly disconnected first. You failed to identify the bomb's correct archetype, and now Agent Pendle is dead. Firefighters are on their way. And Agent Walker has safely evacuated with his arrest. He's transporting that SOB to the FDI. We'll question his ass first thing tomorrow. You'd better believe it. Now go home, operator. I think you've done enough for today.
Now, in my defense, I've received absolutely no training. I mean, there's no way I'd be held liable for that. Okay. I mean, obviously I thought I did everything correctly, but clearly not. I wonder... Well, I wonder if it was like you're intended to fail or something. Like there was no saving her. Like that she needed to go, and now the blame is on me. I suppose that could be. It's like designed to make you feel like crap. Just goes home and has a beer, of course. What else can you do?
Devastating incident earlier today as the facility went up in flames, claiming the life of an FBI agent on the premises.
And the way that the game has been like sort of railroaded so far suggests to me that there was no saving her. You're meant to just be like, oh God, oh Lord, oh God. Looking at the discussions, it sounds like I'm correct. There is no failing. There is no saving her. The manual is just basically just wrong and incorrect. It's just like this plot device, which is a very bold move, by the way, to put an elaborate time-based puzzle in your game that you're just intended to fail. All right. I think we're gonna use this as our checkpoint, I assume. So I will leave it off here. I probably still won't close the game, but yeah. All right, so far so good. I mean, yeah, you know, stuff like that is a little questionable. Making it so that you just can't succeed. Oh, no, apparently you can succeed. Huh. Yeah, okay, apparently you can succeed. Never mind. It's just not easy. This person says you have to turn the display on and off again to discharge the static before you cut the green wire. Huh. You're supposed to cut a yellow one first? I don't know. It's a very tricky one. I don't know how much it changes the game, but it is what it is. But alright, my name is Mangg. Game watching has been the operator. I'll see you fine folks in the next part.